Headphones on the mic, feels brand new. Memories flash like an old menu, but he's got tricks they've never seen him do. The room's electric, it gets all aglow. Who knew a stream could steal the show? Welcome back, Chris. The chat goes wild. Welcome back, Chris. It's been a while. Welcome back, Chris. We're here to stay. Click the stream and press replay. Welcome back, Chris. The chat goes wild. Welcome back, Chris. It's been a while. Welcome back, Chris. We're here to stay. Click the stream and press replay. We're live, let's go! Hit that play, it's a brand new day. Chat's blowing up in the dopest way. Cameras hot, got the lights just right. We're setting fire to your screen tonight. Grab your snacks, get in the zone. This is more than just a show. Every second's lit with flow, and now you know. Stream kickoff, we're in the zone. Feeling fire through microphone. Let the pixels pulse and glow. This is it. Welcome to the show. Stream kickoff, chat's alive. Every second supercharged vibes. Say hello now, let's ignite. Stream kickoff, start, let's go. No delay, full send mode. Cue the hype, unlock the code. Stream kickoff, we're in the zone. Feeling fire through microphone. Let the pixels pulse and glow. This is it. Welcome to the show. Stream kickoff, chat's alive. Every second supercharged vibe. Say hello now, let's ignite. Stream kickoff, starts, go, go. I dust off the lens, I clear out the past. The silence was heavy, but it couldn't last. Fingers on keys, yeah, I'm ready to play. Uploading my heart to the world today. Back in the feed, back in the fight. Lighting up screens like a neon light. Dead no more, I'm alive on the stream. Chasing the spark, chasing the dream. The comments are ghosts, but I'll bring them to life. With pixels and jokes, I'll cut
All right, there we go. Can you hear me now? Okay. I think we got the problem solved. That might have been just OBS settings. It's only been, what, 4 years since the last time I streamed? Oh, God, that figures. As soon as I had that planned up, all of a sudden the freaking settings had changed so much. Actually, I'm surprised this thing even works on a potato, but it works! It works, and I'm here! I'm here! Hello and welcome to all those who have come. We did have this planned originally a little bit early, but unfortunately, life happens, things happen. Now we're in the afternoon hours, and this is something. It's great to see you too, Casper. It's great to see everybody. Thank you all for the engagement. I'm glad. I'm glad this channel still has a following. You know, I didn't expect anyone to really follow anymore, but hey, you guys are more than welcome. One thing that's really been cool is that a lot of people have been loving some of the old. What is it? There's been a couple of old games on the channel. It does, Neo. It does feel like ages. Like, not even the Terraria content, but the much older content's been really kind of picking up. Of course, it's not picking up enough to where I can get back into the creator program. That's right, YouTube kicked me out. YouTube saw me as useless and said, get out. You don't make us enough money. We're done with you. So there's that. Yes, I am done with YouTube's creator program. I'm not profitable enough anymore for YouTube. So yeah, right now I'm just a regular old streamer on YouTube. But it's been forever. It really has. And I do have some plan for today. I do have a docket set up, and this stream will have kind of a question toward the end for everybody, because I do like doing this, and I want to do more of it. It's a matter of trying to figure out what, when, where, and why, but we'll get into that a little bit later. There's some things I do want to cover. Yes, they did. So if you have a YouTube channel, regardless of how popular it is, if over a set period of time it doesn't meet their standards, they can absolutely 100% kick you out. And when they kick you out, of course, you lose your monetization, which means no memberships, no super chats, no, you get Jack Bupkis. Yeah, they can absolutely do that. It's one of the things you agree to when you sign up for it. So it's whatever. It doesn't hurt my feelings any because I'm just doing this for fun anyway. But I did want to come back, and I do want to do maybe something, but, you know, I'm just glad to be here right now. I'm glad to be live once again, which feels like ages, but at least in the meantime, let's kind of reminisce and get into it a little bit here, because one of the things I want to talk a little bit about has been Terraria. The game's still going. Holy crap, that game is still going. I love it. I haven't played it that in a few years, but it's been amazing. It's still going, and as a matter of fact, I just seen a video from Chippy last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, about them doing a crossover with Pal World. Talk about that's something. Yes, it is. Still no crossplay, though. That figures. We're going to get GTA 6 before we get crossplay in Terraria. Heck, we got a garage stream before we got GTA 6. So how's that for you? How's that breaking down? Go figure. Go figure. All right, so yeah, it's been, what, at least 3 years since I actually sat down and played Terraria. Holy crap, I think I actually did a little playthrough just for my own personal reason. How do you like them apples? Yes, exactly. So one thing I do want to pull up here, as soon as I get into the windows, I want to pull up a video, and we'll talk a little bit about it, because my man Chippy, he's still doing his thing, and he's still very popular and very much well-earned. So let me get things squared real quick, and we'll do that. How have you guys been, man? Neo, how have you been? I'm sure you've been really busy with everything going on in the world. Casper, it feels like it's been a hot minute as well, man. It's been ages for everything. All right, so I got to go ahead and get exactly. We live in a very crazy place. All right, let me get back into these OBS settings, because unfortunately, with them being so old, my OBS was literally broken to the point where I had to uninstall a bunch of add-ons, and now I'm just trying to get all my Windows back. So let me just get everything in place. Okay, there we go.
Hey everyone, my name is James, and welcome back to Chippy Gaming.
Hold
Today
on.
we got
a little bit of echo going on here. Holy moly. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to go over was the video about how they're doing with Pal World, which is really interesting. I've seen Pal World, haven't yet to try it though. 22 in 2 weeks. Life really does. Yes, enjoy it when you turn 22, enjoy it because it's only going to get faster. It gets faster and faster before you even know it. It's insane. That's just how life is. Try to move this into something a little bit more respectable. And I'm going to try to do a different layout too. I'm going to try to make things a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more fresher. There we go. Maybe something a little bit like that. I want to get something more updated. This is one of the last layouts I actually used. So it's way outdated. Yeah, man, life comes at you quick. Tell me about it. I've got a toddler upstairs who is a handful. And that's part of the reason why the stream did get delayed, because I had to take care of some stuff for him. He's in a good place right now. So I'm guessing maybe an hour, absolutely 2 hours tops. I can't go much further than that. But again, I do want to do some things. There won't be anything, like we won't have a weekly stream. Or maybe we will. It all depends. It depends on circumstances. Just have this overwhelming thing where I should be for my age, especially considering 90% of the people my age are with someone or in uni or have a kid. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of the hard part when you're in that age range. Your 20s, I'm not going to lie, my 20s felt really weird, really freaking weird, because at that point, when I talk to older people, I'm just some dumb kid. And with my friends, they're just trying to find themselves too. But like you said, they're off they're going to college, university, or, they're getting married. Some of them had kids when they were 18. So you're trying to find your way in life, and it's a really awkward kind of place. The good news is it does get better. I'd say as you progress through your 20s, it's not terrible, but you will find your way. You'll begin to really feel comfortable once you get into 30s. Then you find your comfort zone. People start, I don't want to say respecting you more, but they start taking your word more, and things just generally overall get better. You become settled into who you are. You don't care anymore. Then as you get older, you get to the point where I'm at right now, you just don't care at all. That's what it comes down to. Turning 20 is a weird feeling, just trying to find myself. Yeah, that's the thing. You're trying to find yourself and where you fit into this world. It's not always easy. It can really be a challenge. When I got out of high school, when I graduated from 12th grade, I wanted to take a year off, then go to college, but things just didn't pan out that way. Life just throws a bunch of curveballs at you and you try to work your way through it. Yes, the midlife crisis hits. Yes, it does. Then you find out your life has so many freaking crises in it. You just get better at managing them somehow. Somehow, some way, you find a way. Hey, no problem. I mean, it's all part of life. Everything in stages. People say you should enjoy it while you're young, and you should, absolutely. But they also forget that there's those stages where you go through where it's just not as easy. Things just aren't clear cut, and sometimes you just have to find your way, whether it's the easiest or the hardest. Unfortunately for me, I found it through the hardest, just because trial and error, or as I like to always say, trial by fire is what it felt like. Meeting new people, trying to go into a job, trying to find a job I like, trying to just get comfortable with everything. And that's why by the time I was, 28, 29, I started feeling comfortable, better about things. Then finally, when I started doing videos and streaming, it's like I really started feeling much more comfortable. And, it just comes, it'll come to you, like all good things. But hopefully everything works out for you. Don't rush it. Just take your time. You'll find your way. You always will, no matter what. Just have some faith in yourself. That's the thing I had to learn. Have some faith in yourself, and it'll pay off in the long run. Sometimes things they don't come easy. They don't come quick, but they do come, and it will work out for you. Finding your happiness is much more important. All right. I got so many screens up here. I got to find out where my other screens went. Oh my goodness. Getting back into the stream of things. Holy moly. All right. So Terraria and Pal World doing a crossover. And this was Chippy's video he done a little while ago. I don't think I have it dated, but at the same time, yeah, it was fairly recent. I would say within the past month.
Brand new Terraria news. Now, if you missed it, it was announced back
Also,
in
if that's getting
November
a
that
double
Power
echo,
World would
just
be
let me
officially
know,
crossing
and,
over with
I may have to change some
Terraria. In
settings. I don't know
December,
why
as
we're
part
getting
of
a
the
double
Daybreak
echo.
update, the Meow Meow was added to Power World, but this was only meant to be a small tease for a much larger update. Last month, that update was given a proper title. It's called Tides of Terraria. That was alongside a blog post that gave some teasers for the update. We're going to talk about that later. And then this morning, Power World released a full...
All right, I got to say one thing again. I know we talked about this with Terraria, how it's still going on. But holy freaking cow, man. They've been on the final update forever, and the team just continues to find crossovers or just content to add in. God bless them, man. It's insane. I think other bigger companies would have just been like, okay, we're done. We're moving on. It's over. Or they just want to let, modders handle it. And to say, I haven't even touched on that yet. The Terraria modding, they got so many different mods out there. It's insane. And the fact that you got all these new mods coming up, and now you actually have another crossover coming in. God bless them, man. This game is never going to freaking end.
Animated trailer. Firstly, we're going to take a look at that animated trailer, then I'm going to break it down, and then I also want to talk about the Terraria aspect of this crossover, because so far we've had no confirmation from Relogic whether Power World content will be making it to Terraria, but I might have found it, so we'll talk about that as well. But before we dive into that, let me show you the trailer.
All right, before we get into the trailer, Neo, you're right. It does got that vibe to it, and I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, some way, they turn it into like a 1.5. Because even though they have plans and ideas, it just seems like as it continues to go along, things just tend to happen that way. Even with developers, you're right. I think you're 100% right. We're going to wind up seeing something more out of it. Let's just admit it. They love the freaking game. They're not going to they can't walk away from it. And that's perfectly fine. I don't think, the community's dying for Terraria 2 just yet. This game's been amazing. And, they're just giving it the love and the attention it deserves, because the games they have out now, I mean, that'll be another rant in the stream. And if not, it'll be a video, believe me. But, God bless them. They've made a freaking fantastic game with an amazing fan base. And like I said, I'm going to leave that rant for later. Yeah, I do have to say, there are still some awesome games out there. You just got to be good at it. You just got to find the good ones. There are still some rushed out ones even with patches, it takes some time. That was an amazing trailer, by the way. So yeah, this is definitely older.
Now, first off, let me just say, flawless. What a trailer. If you're wondering who animated it, it was done by Half Giant. You might know them because they do the Cult of the Lamb trailers. Very quickly then, let's break down some of the Terraria content that pops up. At the beginning of the trailer, you can see some blue slimes. There's a short parkour section where you can see some crystals growing out of one of the rocks. And leading into the next scene with these different colored crystals.
Now, see, I can't really say much about Power World because I've only seen some things about it. I know they were in a legal battle with Nintendo over Pokemon, or I should say the Pokemon group with Power World, but at the same time, that's about as much as I know. I've heard some things, but I can't really, yay, nay, whatever. It's been intriguing. I don't really have the time, and I've always been a big Pokemon first person, so nothing against Power World. Good luck to them. I hope they do great. It's just, I just heard some really crazy things. It's one of those things where it's like, I want to try it, but I just never have the time. Hey, Bacon, how's it going? Long time no see. Yes. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you are doing great. So right now, we're just going over Chippy's video talking about Power World and Terraria.
I feel like this
We're
area
going over
is
this
going to
trailer
have a
for
bit
old
of a
time's
hallowed
sake. I'm
vibe
not
to
going to
it.
spend
In
my
this
whole time
dungeon,
covering
we can see
Terraria.
that the Terrorblade has been obtained, and I love this because ever since 1.4.4, the Terrorblade has been my favorite sword. Grabbing it though causes some sort of rift which releases cave bats into the world. It's unknown whether these cave bats can be pals or they're just enemies. Hovering above their house, you can see the Eye of Cthulhu, which I assume is going to be a raid boss or a tower boss. To be fully clear, I still haven't played a lot of Power World, so forgive me if I get my terminology wrong. And at the very end,
It's okay. I haven't played Power World either, so I'm probably getting all kind of terminology wrong if I had to do it. If I had to go into detail. That's how it goes, Bacon. You know, you take life one day at a time, and we all shovel through it. But I'm glad you're hanging in there, buddy. Good to see you again. Yeah, that's all you can do. Just keep on hanging, buddy.
in a brief
That's all we
flash,
can do.
you can see the Moon Lord. That's not all they're adding though. In the blog post, they wrote, Tides of Terraria is a major update that introduces a collaboration with the adventure game Terraria. Capture, train, fight, and work monsters from Terraria, just like pals. In addition to the collaboration content, further new content.
So I'm guessing with the addition of pals, that probably means maybe new mobs or probably new pets you could have. Maybe you can be a tamer and get animals or critters as tamables. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll probably pop in there. And that might be one thing I'll do occasionally too, is maybe a stream. I don't know when that might occur, but like I said, it's something I'm interested in doing.
Will be added, including new pals and new islands. Alongside this, there were a few screenshots. In this first one, we get another look at the Eye of Cthulhu and cave bats. The player is wearing hallowed armor with a Terrorblade. On the left, there's a character holding a minigun. Now, this is already in the game, but hopefully there's an upgrade path there to a mini shark. That was one of my suggestions back in November. I feel like the mini shark would really suit Power World. Now,
well, I mean, it's a mini gun and a shark combined. Two very awesome things. You really can't go wrong with those. But, I mean, it's like it's one of the symbols of Terraria, basically, when it crossovers.
With 3 of the screenshots included, but since I haven't played a lot of Power World, I'm not going to attempt to break them down. One does show the player fishing, though, which is a brand new mechanic in Power World, which is probably why this update is called Tides of Terraria, without us knowing that, like, Duke Fishron is in the update. Also, last month, Power World tweeted out, Kativa and I doing some last-minute testing for the Terraria update. And from this clip, you can also see that they're adding the Terra Prisma. Now,
Well, I paused that one. Can I go back a couple of frames real quick? That looked freaking amazing. Absolutely. Holy crap. Okay, that's really awesome. Again, maybe at some point I'll go out and try Power World because I've only seen it. I've never actually given it a try. It looks rather interesting, but you know, it couldn't hurt to give it a try at some point.
This clip, you can also see that they're adding the Terra Prisma. Now, that's everything Terraria related that we know about so far. However, on Discord, Bucky did say, we tried something a little different with the announcement trailer this time, so we hope you like it. Usual style of trailer will also be released later. So,
go back here real quick. So, of course, yeah, this was what, June 25th? Yeah, we're just a little bit late, but we got it. Haven't played Terraria in so long, I will say the Terraria update for Power World almost got me to get it. Yeah, that was rather interesting. When I first saw this announcement, I was like, that's really cool. That's really neat. I wish they would have done that sooner, but, you know, it's only been how many years again? But yeah, that's really cool. I'm glad they did that. That's something that could it can bring people back. And like I said, I've seen Power World, and it's intrigued me. I just never had the opportunity to pick it up.
So we hope you like it. Usual style of trailer will also be released later. So potentially in the second trailer, we'll learn even more. Now though, I want to talk about Power World content making its way to Terraria. Since the announcement, Realogic haven't said whether we're getting Power World content, and then if so, what update would that be a part of? But recently, when responding to a comment asking about the timing of...
And I kind of feel like what Neo said about 1.5, it feels like those additions are going to keep coming, even though they may not want to. They do a lot with the game, and that's really awesome. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, if they do a 1.5, who cares? Just keep doing just keep doing additions until
the update.
You know,
Head replied, the scope of the update kept growing for some time.
Hasn't run dry
yet,
so they don't have to
if you
stop.
want to, because it probably is. As to how or why that happened, to be honest, it always happens during Terraria update development. This one just seems to have an extra helping of that for some reason. Ideas from playthroughs, extra crossover content from the sky. Palworld, ideas from whatever and whomever, essentially saying Terraria 1.4.5 is taking slightly longer so that it can include that.
Well, let's be honest. Even before they had Palworld, I've been keeping up on notes, and they've been doing a lot with 1.4.5. Can't talk today. But they've done a lot with that, and it's no wonder it's taken so long. Again, with all good things, it takes time. They got to do bug testing and everything, but, you know, the Terraria development team has been a fantastic group. They haven't disappointed the player base, and they're just going to do their thing and do it right.
Content from Palworld. As for what that content will be, I think you have to start with summons and pets and then branch out from there. My theory right now is that the scene that was included in the trailer with a Kativa walking behind a crystal, them showing up pixelated, might have been a style choice, but easily it could have been a teaser as to what's to come in Terraria. Most people that watch this channel will know that every last Thursday of the month, Relogic drop a blog post called The State of the Game, where they include news about the update. This month falls on the 26th of June, so the day after Palworld gets their update. I'm not saying they will or that they even should, but that would be a good blog post to talk about Palworld
just
content.
A little bit late
Maybe
on
they
that,
want to leave it a surprise.
Good.
I honestly wouldn't blame them. Once this update drops, I'm finally planning to throw myself into Palworld, so get subscribed if you want to hear about that. That's it for today, though.
All right.
The next one.
There we go. Oh. All right. That was Chippy. And one other thing I wanted to cover with Chippy really quick. This is a really cool thing he's got going on. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, let me go ahead and pull this post up really quick if I can get the link. He's had a little bit of good news as well. I'm sure some of you probably already seen it. But if you haven't, let me just put it out there. He is getting himself a player too. So that is him on a knee with his lady friend, now fiance. He is going to be getting married. So with that, I wish him good luck. Congratulations to the two. And may they have many blessings in the future. Once again, it takes time. Everybody finds their place. He found his, someone who was supportive of him and helped him with his YouTube and everything. That's a beautiful thing. So I wish him all the luck. He's a really great guy, and that's just awesome. Again, if you're not there yet, don't rush it. Everyone gets there at some point. Yeah, that's really neat. I'm glad to see that he's doing well. The channel's doing well for him, and he's really come into his own. It's amazing thinking back how many years now. God, it feels like it's been over 10 years. It has been over 10 years. It's been so long. Good for him. Haven't heard about Chippy in a long time either. I'm really out of the loop. Most things these days. Yep, he is the golden boy, that's for sure. Hey, it's okay, Bacon. I'm out of the loop on some things. I come into the loop every now and then. I still swoop in. And that's what kind of keeps that bug going. It keeps it biting and it keeps me itching again. It's like, I want to get back into streaming, or at least videos or streaming, one or the other, maybe both. At some point, I want to do content again on a level. Even if it's just one or the other. I just want to do something. But that's really good. So I'm glad I could bring out good news to some folks out there. Yeah, I haven't played Terraria in a good bit, but for nostalgia's sake, that was my update on Terraria. I haven't really kept up anything much recent. So again, if you want to go ahead and check that out, I would recommend going to Chippy's channel. There's a link in the description of this stream. You can go ahead and check out the link to the video, and I think there's a link to this post as well, where you actually see him proposing. If you want to check out that picture, if you get a good look. Either way, that is what it is. Moving on. The one game that I've actually been playing, and I feel like a bit of a hypocrite about this, because once upon a time I railed against microtransactions and things like this. But one of the things that I've really fallen into is gotcha freaking games. I need to freaking punish myself, but unfortunately, when I have the little bit of time I do, it's one of those guilty pleasures that gets my mind off of things. So that's been the one area I've been dumping into. Grand Summoners, it's been the one game I think I've been doing now for Lord knows how long. 2018 maybe. I think I did a video on a one summon one time, but I've been kind of just dumping time into it every now and then. Playing a few gacha games too. Yes, Bacon, stay that way. Stay that way. See, I screwed up. and I started getting into the 99-cent packs because it's like, hey, I only got $1. Right. The next thing you know, you start buying those $5 packs. That's what happens. You get lulled into it with the dollar pack, and it grows on you. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it like I did. But, you know, it happens. And by the end of the day, for me, it was still something to dump my time in, to be the stress reliever that I sorely needed, especially when you have a child and your downtime is very freaking limited. So good luck to Grand Summoners because they've got some of my money. Anyway, for any of the weebs out there who are interested, I got a little clip here I'll play from Grand Summoners. They do a bunch of stuff for anime. The latest anime they got has been something that I know. I don't know this anime by much. Maybe some of you do, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here really quick. If I can get it on screen. All right, hold on. So, okay, that was fun.
アニメ早々のフリーレンコラボ開催中だよ。私は
Journey's End, Beyond Journey's
歴
End.
史
There
上
we
で
go.
最も多く
I
の
don't
ダンジョ
know
ンを
much
攻
about
略した
free
パ
reign.
ーティーの魔法使
I
いだ。
know that the
戦
main
闘では基礎的な魔法以
title
外
character is
使わないよう
something
に言われて
apparently
ますから。
really good. So
多分
they're
人
making
に
their
は
money off
心
of
の
this
支えが
crossover
必要
here.
なんだ。
I decided to throw this in here just to give people an idea for the weeds out there.
勝ち負けはほぼ運
I
だ
know
ね。
it's super popular.
消耗
For
戦
me,
だ。
I never
楽し
seen
く
it.
なってきたね。
I have yet to see it. But Grand Summoners is trying to get more and more people in, so they've been aiming for more of these super popular titles. And apparently this one did really well. So that's awesome, I guess.
コラボ召喚100連無料。
Yeah.
グランドサマナーズ。
Anyway, that was me just throwing that in there because why not? Grand Summoners is my time sink. I still get on there every now and then, but I don't want to do too much more than that. Sound mixing is really bad. We can't hear you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with this window screen, too. I should have just started pausing it. I got to start getting it better at pausing or just muting it. I have mixed emotions since some games do have cool things in them. It's just soured by microtransactions. Yeah, I really took a hard stance against microtransactions, but to be honest, I was a sucker and I fell for it. I absolutely fell for the microtransactions. Like I said, you start off with the 99 cent, the $1 American dollar pack, which is, you know, I mean, $1 can't even buy you a soda here in the States anymore, but it'll buy you 50 gems on resets and other stuff. So it's like, what the hey? But then they start getting you into the bigger packs. Exactly. And then they got the 99.99 pack, which is, no, I don't even have that. Sorry. Good luck. God bless to those who want to pay $100 US because it ain't fun. It ain't freaking me. All right. Now I have another question to ask. How many of you out there picked up the Switch 2, which was released recently? And by recently, I'm thinking about the past month or so. That's my recent at this point. Has anyone picked up a Switch 2 yet? Because I have not, and I probably won't for some time. The game's free. They have to monetize somehow. That is 100% correct. And they are. They absolutely are. Yeah, I that's the thing. You know, like I said, I don't mind doing the 99 cent pack. It's dirt cheap, and that dollar doesn't buy me much more anymore anyway. I can't go to the store and buy a soda because a soda's, geez, even some of the local stores around here, they're like $2, almost $3 for a bottle of soda, which is insane. But yeah, $1 in game gets me decent value, especially when you get lucky. Nope, and looking how Nintendo is doing, I won't be getting this one. Yeah, there's a lot of sentiment of that going around, and I can honestly justify it. I mean, the one video I meant to grab, but I didn't, was the recent price hikes, and I'm sure some of you already heard it already. The Switch, the original Switch, the OLED Switch, the Switch Mini, and, well, you get the kind of idea. The first-gen Switch, ultimately, is getting a price bump. First, it was overseas. Now it's here in America. So, at that point, it's over. It is so freaking over, Nintendo. It's terrible. I do remember having this conversation many years ago when EA's sense of pride and achievements, Star Wars Battlefront 2 had them, and yes, $60 game. Yes. Absolutely. But Nintendo Switch, I can see them doing the price hike for the hardware in the Switch 2 because it's improved hardware, but let's be real. That hardware really should have been in the first Switch. It should have been much more competitive than what it was. I probably would have paid the price for the Switch 1 if it was the price the Switch 2 is if it had the same hardware. The thing that kind of gets me railing right now is the price of games. Like, don't get me wrong, Donkey Kong Country Bonanza and just the updated, or I should say, the ported Zeldas, they all look good, but the price? I don't know. If it works and people pay for it, they will keep doing. I mean, that's the thing. That is the thing. They will do that. It's just not going to be me. Because I did go out and I have ultimately did get a PS5. But right now for a PS5, I've got maybe a handful of games on it. My son actually enjoys me playing Minecraft. He'll sit down and watch me play Minecraft for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, he's done. He's up, he's running around, he's grabbing toys, or he's getting into whatever, and I'm stuck in Minecraft like, okay, what next? I can't delve too deep into it because now I got to watch him. And by the end of the day, I'm just, it's like a quick in and out session on a PlayStation 5. That's the thing, though, is as these generations come out and the price goes up, I guess for some people it's all about the value and if they get the value out of the game. Me, the past couple games I've gotten, it feels I'm going to say a chore or a task, but it is a bit of a burden trying to get that value out, especially when you're on a time constraint. And that's the biggest thing is you're trying to find the value in your time. And for me, it's just not there for me right now. Yeah, but as someone who used to be a part of the industry, I got too disgusted by the predatory practices, kept pursuing a career in game development. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's like all things, like with gambling. They're going to try to throw the hook out there to get everybody who they can. And that's the reality to it. Because they're trying to get people in, and predatory or not. And I know EU's been doing, they've been doing some things to try to crack down on that predatory behavior, but I pursue a career in game development. Well, that's awesome, Neo. Good luck, and I hope it works out well for you, buddy. That's awesome. That's really cool. I don't want to say that's a career for... I did once upon a time have interest in it, but based off of how I am, it probably wouldn't have worked out. I actually at one point did try to go to Bethesda Studios here and apply to be a media, like a multimedia editor. I tried to do some videos for them. That didn't work out too well, and I think looking back at the time I applied, it was probably for the best that it didn't go out well, because now I know they had a lot of layoffs since, but it was crazy. But to be a developer or get into like just the artistry part of it, I mean, some people are better at it than others, and I hope it works out well for you. I'm not much of an artist. As a matter of fact, you saw the intro. If it wasn't for AI slop, I wouldn't have slop to give. So thank goodness for AI and the slop it brings. Praiseth the AI lords who bring us the sloppeth. Oh, God, it's crazy. It is crazy. Even right now when I get on YouTube, YouTube still gives me recommendations to make Terraria videos thanks to AI. And it wants me to do a summoner playthrough. And I know that ain't going to happen. AI has come so far, but it still has a whole lot more to go. Oh, but let me see. I do have a clip here. Well, I don't have a clip. It's more of a video. I'm not going to play the whole video. But it's just basically going on about Switch 2 sales have been crashing. And I mean, the hype of it, the hype when it first came out was there. I knew some people who were going to go ahead and do the midnight release thing because it was cool and, it's the new thing coming out. But holy moly, so many things that have been coming out afterward. It's crazy. I've heard some stuff about used games bricking Switch 2. That's odd. Not something that particularly thrills me, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, if you, I don't wish ill on anybody who pursues their dream. Like I said, good luck and God bless them, because you always want to see people succeed. All right, video. All right, this video is OmniArc TV. So this video I pulled up earlier. It came out earlier today, and I think I have a link in that in the description as well. Get this set up.
Switch 2 just fell faster than a hard-on in a nursing home because they just had their worst sales week yet. But is it really all doom and gloom? Is it really as bad as it sounds? Because technically what I just told you is objectively true. They just had their worst sales week ever for the Switch 2, but does it even matter? Today we're going to take a deep...
Well, here's the thing about the Switch 2, and I know some of you already know this. I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm just going to repeat it, that when it comes to launch titles, we had Mario Kart World came out. If you're a big Mario Kart fan, that was probably your jam. That was one of your things. Now we have Donkey Kong Bonanza come out. Now we have some more games rolling out slowly. But at the same time, they don't really have that big open launch. You don't have those big titles coming out rapidly. So having those come out probably would have helped a little bit more. But at the same time, it's going to be that drop-off. The one thing about the Switch that kind of irked me for a little bit was how many ports were coming out in the beginning. At a system launch, I would like to see more titles come out, whether it's original titles or if it's something that's just, I don't know, even if it's just, I don't want to say port, but hold on. I will be right back. I have a situation I have to go deal with really quick.
Just a little pause. Gonna grab a snack, maybe stretch a bit, hit the fridge light, feel so legit, checking on my kid. Yeah, parent mode, but don't you worry, the stream's not closed. Leave the tab open, I'll be back soon. You keep chilling while I change the tune. BRB, but the beat don't stop. I'm just out there doing real life stuff. Bathroom break or a sandwich run. Stick around, the fun's not done. BRB, feel the happy vibe. We'll be jamming when I'm back online. Don't you go, just vibe with me. It's intermission.
All right, that was interesting. I had to go upstairs and handle something really quick. Yes, they did have Breath of the Wild in the beginning. That was fun. Like Super Mario Kart World, that actually was really good. It kept my attention for a good while. I just would like to see more of like a 1-2 punch. I'll have a couple good titles come out, and I think that would help maintain sales a little bit longer. There's a lot of controversy going on surrounding Switch 2, but also the first Switch, since it got the price. Yeah. Did it drop it down again? Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, some of my settings have not been kept up over time. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I didn't know if it was my microphone or something else going on, but, well, that's, at least that's an understanding. Now we have that squared away. Yeah, I just would like to see a couple good titles come out. Like, yeah, the Breath of the Wild was really good. That was actually a good Zelda game I enjoyed. I know this is going to be a hot take here in a minute. I probably enjoyed that more than Ocarina of Time. Seriously. I know some people around my age are going to be like, what? But, I mean, to be honest, this is going to go down a rabbit hole. I don't know if I want to go down a rabbit hole. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. I did like Ocarina of Time. I do have some good memories with it. But I just didn't form that connection that other people had with the game, so I don't know. It just is what it is. So did I get a Switch 2? No, I did not. I did not. Yeah, I enjoyed Breath of the Wild much better. Tears of the Kingdom, Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom to me falls under Breath of the Wild. It wasn't bad by any stretch. It's just, I don't know. I kind of got lost in the weeds with some of the side questing, and I enjoyed some of the side questing so much that I just took a break from it, never picked it back up. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know. It just doesn't hit quite like Breath of the Wild did. So, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not a bad game. But for those, now hold on. I'm trying to remember. I think you can get the upgraded graphics and everything. If you don't have the game already, you can get it updated for like, what, $70? That's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But I think if you have the game on, if you have them, you can get them upgraded to Switch 2 for $10. Somebody may have to correct me on that part because I don't know that one for certain. That one I don't remember offhand. I mean, I remember the announcement, but I just kind of was like, eh. I don't know if I intend to get a Switch 2. I thought maybe a year or two, but it's back and forth kind of. They're coming back on sale, but Nintendo never really goes on sale. I was hoping for something. The rest of this year is not going to happen. It's going to be a while for any kind of things get marked down. The fact that they increased the old hardware still kind of blows my mind. I guess because the comments were made that if you can't get a Switch 2, just buy a Switch 1. So people were like, okay. And now that happened, it's like, oh, okay. Now that you're buying Switch 1, we'll just bump the price on that and change it. Now that you're no longer in the part of the creators program, can you swear on stream? Important question, I know. I probably could. I don't know why, but I'm still kind of keeping it PG. They still do ask. Well, they don't ask like they used to. I don't know. It might happen. I'm thinking if I do more stuff, I may do like a multi-stream to Kick. And I think Kick might be my alternate safe space. If I could talk properly too. That one might be my safe space. But yeah, I would like to be something from YouTube again. Considering how much money they got off of me the whole freaking time. And now the price is even higher. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It figures. Well, at least here in the States, I kind of figured that as much with tariffs and everything. And that's another reason why it's like, okay, the Switch 2 come out, it's a higher price. It is what it is. But I digress. So to get back into the program, I think I need another 1,500 watch hours or something like that. Or I need to start making more shorts. It's weird. Talking is overrated anyway. Just do meaningful grunts. Yes. Do some grumbling too while we're there. Now, it is what it is. I wanted to get past this intro part. Does he do a weekly data review? I didn't get a chance to sit down and watch this full video.
Few weeks with me covering a lot of Nintendo news is that people are easily triggered because they're so emotionally invested in this mega corporation. I didn't give you an opinion yet. Okay, you can't even get mad at me yet. I didn't even say, all I said was it was their worst sales week for the Switch. That's it. Objectively, that.
Well, I mean, I think we can all kind of agree that's true. People are more emotionally invested into this. So of course, when you have people who are like, yes, fail, don't sell or don't buy, go down. It's like, it is what it is. People get a little bit too attached to it. I don't really care either way. I just don't have the funds or the resources to make it happen right now. And to be honest, I don't know. Like everything in the world, like the tides in the water, everything changes. And maybe I will buy one eventually. It's just, I don't know. I don't see it happening at least for a year, at least. And as we talked about already, if they get a sale, maybe for some reason it's like, hey, anything. Hey, Smiler, welcome back, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
That's true. How are you going to get mad at that? Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the data. Get mad at the people that didn't buy it. Listen, I live in New York City and the Switch 2 is in stock basically everywhere you can.
This is true. Even locally in my area, well, even on Facebook locally in my area, I've seen plenty of pictures at some of the Best Buys, Targets. There's a lot of stock on Switch 2. Now, to be fair, Nintendo did say they were going to bump up the process in making more Switches to prevent scalping. Because we all remember, if we don't remember, I'll gladly remind you, when the Switch 1 came out, scalpers were brutal. PlayStation 5, scalpers were brutal. It was freaking brutal. Let's be real. So, I mean, to be fair, they did good by making plenty of Switch 2s. It just kind of sucks because there's negative press about it right now. I mean, if you play a used game or something and it bricks it, and again, I don't know the full gist of that, so I am going to have to look more into that. I should have probably put that in the docket for today.
And even order it online at this point from like Target, Amazon, wherever you want. Like you go to the Nintendo store in Manhattan, they got stacks of them. Okay, so at this point, I know we're talking about Japanese sales data in this video, but like if they've got units to ship over here, they probably got some units in Japan. Like, let's be real. But anyway, let's jump right into the Famitsu sales data from last week. This was
all right. Before we get too far in that rabbit hole, Switch 1 hit its niche. Switch 2 now has much more competition. Steam Deck, Lenovo, Legion, Asus, Regional Gamer Ally. Yes, 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 and all of that. Yes, there is much more competition. I think even my nephew had a Steam Deck at one point. I don't see him do much with it anymore. But yeah, there's so much more competition out there now. So, I mean, again, even Steam Deck was pricier. I hope scalpers lose money on the Switch too. If any scalpers or anyone tried this, no, just no. You deserve to lose money on that, because Nintendo pretty much basically said, "Hey, we're making a bunch, so they can't be scalped." I don't think anybody was dumb enough, but if you were, God bless you, because you flushed your own money down the toilet on that. It was never going to come close to Switch 1 sales.
From July 28th through August 3rd. Last week we had the Demon Slayer game debut, and that was at the top of the software sales charts, selling nearly 55,000 copies and putting Mario Kart World in second place. Now, Mario Kart World has been dominating these rankings lately because it is literally bundled with the Switch 2, and people are still buying that console. But here we can see Donkey Kong Bonanza falls to 25,000. If we go to,
well, I kind of missed on that real quick. To be honest, I've been actually looking at some gameplay from Donkey Kong Bonanza. Holy crap, that is a beautiful freaking game. That is a very aesthetically beautiful looking game. If I had a Switch 2, I probably would have gotten it. If I had the money to buy the game, which is my only gripe, is the money for the game. But I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks like it's a very enjoyable game. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I didn't know Demon Slayer had a game for it. I mean, I don't know how to feel about Demon Slayer property right about now. I know they have a movie coming out later this year. It's the first in a series of, what, 2 or 3 of them? So that'll be interesting. But I don't think Demon Slayer property is doing as well as it once was. I think the problem with these movies is that it's too spaced out. It's popular enough to justify a game. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's like when the Attack on Titan game I had for Switch 1. It was popular enough for it. It wasn't a terrible game. It was decent. It was definitely a good time killer. I enjoyed it. And that's how I looked at it, as another time killer. Another factor for the sales is the economy, which isn't really doing well. As for, yes, that's true too. The economy makes all the difference. I mean, to be honest, the way I see things right now is that I'm trying to remember. I last streamed, what, 4 years ago? A little over 4 years ago. So if we go back a little bit further than that, let's say about maybe 6. Let's go back 6 years ago. A meal I bought today for $10.99 probably would have been about $7 or $8-ish in that neighborhood. So yeah, the economy, inflation's hit here, definitely. Things have changed enough. Things have certainly changed enough. Yes, the many aftershocks of COVID. I mean, even in society itself, I still see some things that's like, okay, people are going to do, you're going to do you, that's fine. But I mean, COVID changed a lot. It really did change a lot of the landscape, not just in certain areas, but all across the board.
Console, but here we can see Donkey Kong Bonanza falls to 25,000.
All right, so what else we got? Okay, he's just talking about the games. If you want to see this whole video in its entirety, it's going to be down there in the description.
Trajectory of the Switch 2 versus Switch 1 is
I'm not going to short this gentleman of his
that's been
hard
going
work.
around is that the Switch 2 is only selling really well in Japan because it's cheaper there, right? Like that is,
and that's actually pretty good too. The point he just made about Switch 2 selling in Japan, that kind of comes back to the economy, because right now, like he just said, it's cheaper in Japan. It makes absolute sense. The economy has truly tanked since the pre-COVID era for sure. Oh, it absolutely has changed. Like I said, the meal I bought today would have been much cheaper. I mean, shoot, in honesty, when I was doing streams and videos before, I was using Adobe Suite. Now, I haven't checked Adobe's prices. I don't use Adobe anymore. I use Adobe, but I use a much cheaper version. I did a one-time fee for it. I haven't done like the subscription in a long time. That's what I used YouTube funds for, was subscription stuff like Adobe, what was it, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, After Effects, stuff like that. Now, I'm afraid to even see what the whole package will cost. It would probably blow my mind.
basically been in every comment section of every video where I've talked about Switch sales, and yet here we can see of the 4 reported regions, Japan's in 3rd place, right? First place was the Americas, second place was Europe, 3rd place was Japan.
Look, we are America. We are consumers. We consume. It don't freaking matter. Some of us may not like it, but we will consume regardless. If it costs us, if it's our money for the food for the week, we will still do it anyway. We'll just eat ramen. Lord only knows I've been on that diet for a little bit too. It's the ramen diet. I hate everything being a subscription these days. Yes, but that's once again one of those trends we kind of fell into, is everything is a subscription. Everything, whether it's a streaming service, it's a tool, it's a utility, it's all a subscription. They got us.
So like the narrative that this is only selling in Japan is like, I mean, statistically, this is not even my opinion. Nintendo's official data shows that that is incorrect, right? Now we'll have to wait and see with.
Well, I mean, to be fair, to not sell well in Japan, you either have to make something totally uninteresting, or you have to piss off the Japanese people. And to be honest, I mean, there was moments for PlayStation kind of pissed off their own people. So there was that. But, you know, it's in America. Again, we consume. Whether we like it or not, at some point we consume regardless.
July, August data, maybe it's the case that
yes, it really is the meta.
Sales are really coming from Japan and it falls off everywhere else, but the initial data here suggests that that is not true. It seems to be the case that the Switch 2 is selling well in pretty much all regions. So I just wanted to point that out here. Again, this is not my opinion. You can argue with it if you want in the comments, but just understand that you are arguing with data and numbers.
All right. If there was a ramen subscription, would you get one? Depends on how much.
Gonna grab a snack, maybe stretch a bit, hit the fridge light, feel so legit, checking on my kid, yeah, parent mode, but don't you worry, the stream's not closed, leave the tab open, I'll be back soon, you keep chilling while I change the tune, BRB, but the beat don't stop, I'm just out there doing real life stuff, bathroom break or a sandwich run, stick around, the fun's not done, BRB, feel the happy vibe, we'll be jamming when I'm back online, don't you go, just vibe with me, it's intermission energy. Water bottle fill, maybe pet the cat, quick life quest, then I'll be back checking those DMs.
The perks of being a parent, you never get bored. Ever. Ever get bored. And I will go out and say, because I don't want to put too many details of my son on the internet, he has been diagnosed autistic. So he has his set of needs, and we've accepted him. He is on the chicken nugget thing right now. I mean, you can't go wrong with chicken nuggets. To be honest, you can't really. But he has two very, very specific chicken nugget needs. And if it doesn't fit those two needs, he ain't touching it at all. He picks it up, he looks at it, and drops it. So again, he does his own thing. God bless him. That sounds terrifying. Oh, it is. It is. Sales trajectory of the Switch 2.
Switch 2, okay? And again, this is as reported in the thumbnail, and they got really offended, right? Like the Nintendo fanboys were losing their mind. They're like, oh my God, how dare he say that the sales collapsed? Even though, like, you just look at the numbers.
All right. I don't think I'm making a hot take here, but let me just say one thing. I'm not an expert at marketing, and I'm not the best when it comes to figuring out when to release something. I mean, to be honest, they had a good launch. Let's not beat around the bush on that. They did really freaking well. I would target more toward the holidays, especially here in the States, being the summertime. I mean, yeah, you're going to have kids out of school, and you're going to have people more free time. I would try to shoot more for the holidays, only because you get more of that high ticket item. But again, this is why I'm not in marketing. I mean, numbers are going to come down. Give it some time. I would say wait till closer to the holidays. Chances are, even if they're not going to put the price down. That's a given. They'll come up with some creative bundles. Some stores like GameStop will come up with some creative ideas to make things more enticing. Like, hey, you get a Pro Controller too with such and such game and everything else. Oh, we got buffering. Oh, no. No buffering. Please, no buffering. Oh, crap. All right. Let me just take a look. Hopefully, it's not bandwidth issue. It's stable now? Okay. That was weird. That was weird. Not used to streaming at this time of the day. Well, actually, you know what? It's been a while since we streamed at this time of the day. Actually, right about now, I would be at work, so, I mean, that's different. Once again, I am on a different time slot at work. That's why I was going to stream earlier in the day, but that was initial time slot. Things changed. But hopefully it settles out and it gets stable for everybody. Anyway, yeah, this is my idea. I would probably change a different time of the year. I think the numbers are going to come back up. It's just, at least here in the States, things are going to slow down. Now I'm just watching somebody upstairs, that's all. Oh, you know what would have been good? I forgot the screen was off. There we go.
Last week with 62,000 units sold. The only way.
Are you a car mechanic? I put on potato quality just to make sure. Yes. Put it on potato quality because that's what I have as a computer right now, a potato. It's been like this forever. Am I a car mechanic? Not professionally, but I do work on cars. Absolutely. I do work on vehicles. I also work on HVAC to a degree. Speaking of which, all right. Yeah, I'm a very busy person. Well, I shall return again. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Just a little pause, but the vibes go on. Gonna grab a snack, maybe stretch a bit, hit the fridge light, feel so legit, checking on my kid. Yeah, parent mode, but don't you worry, the stream's not closed. Leave the tab open, I'll be back soon. You keep chilling while I change the tune. maybe pet the cat, quick life quest. Then I'll be back checking those DMs, clearing some space, but soon it's game on, back in play. You know the deal, it's just a short fade, but the hype we built ain't gonna trade. BRB, but the beat don't stop. I'm just out there doing real life stuff. Bathroom break or a sandwich run. Stick around, the fun's not done. BRB, feel the happy vibe. We'll be jamming when I'm back online. Don't you go, just vibe with me. It's intermission energy. Cue the chair spin when I return. Chat so far, let the speakers burn. BRB, but the beat don't stop. I'm just out there doing real life stuff. Bathroom break or a sand.
Wrong one. There we go. Okay. Wow. Again, it never stops. Never a boring moment. Yeah, as a matter of fact, earlier in the week, I had to do some work on a car and actually replaced the tire, did some drum brakes. It was fun. It was a real fun job. So yeah, never a boring freaking moment. Let's see. I'm trying to remember where we left off in this
Even
video.
close to that was the week before Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I made a video about that, and I think a lot of people saw the title and the thumbnail and they got really offended, right? Like the Nintendo fanboys were losing their mind. They're like, oh my god, how dare he say that the sales collapsed, even though like you just look at the numbers, that's what happened. This is the thing when it comes to making videos about data, when we're talking about a company that people are so emotionally attached to, or the flip side of that is so emotionally rejected by, right? Like anything Nintendo, some people just vomit when they think of Nintendo, like, oh my god, I hate Nintendo, right? No matter what, whether it's good news, bad news, whatever, people just hate Nintendo right now. Okay, so again, when we're talking about something,
well, again, it's easy to hate, especially when you have some negative press that gets out. It is what it is. All you can do is do better, do the best you can. I think how was it put to me? Like 10 attaboys outdo one mess up. So once again, they'll come out of it. They're having a rough patch, but they'll be able to rebound. It's Nintendo. They've went through much worse before with the Wii U. So again, normal sales figures. Exactly. Normal sales figures. Exactly. Once the holidays come around, things are going to pick up because it's going to be the hot ticket item this year. And it's just going to be how it is. It's the normal trend. It's just the normal trend for them. So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to close this out now. That is his video. If you want to go ahead and check that out, one of the links down there should do that. All right. Try to see if I have anything else right now. My son is busy watching Mickey Mouse. That is his thing. Loves Mickey. All right. Let me close out of that and pull up some things. Now, my question to you guys is, what kind of content would you like to see me try? Because I'm thinking about doing the podcast format. I'm thinking about maybe something along the lines of maybe like gaming news or just news in general. Maybe something, even if it's just like lolcows. Because even right now, one of my guilty pleasures when I have downtime is laughing at lolcows on the internet. And boy, there's no shortage of lolcows. Lord only knows I've followed a couple before they became lolcows. Looking at you, Ricada Law. Holy crap. That was a train wreck. Journalism in active war zones. Holy moly, yeah. Talk about a hot button topic right there. Journalism in active war zones. No way, buddy. No way. Though I've been watching a channel that I don't think he was a Marine. I think he was an Army. He was an active Army guy. Then he got out of it. He makes some pretty, yeah, it's all good, I know. He was making some pretty good videos, some pretty good funny videos, but it's just pretty wild. Now, I'm just thinking about doing some content that's different than what it was. If I do gaming, I would probably do more of like gaming streams occasionally if I could. On my potato computer, I would probably use that as a pass through. Maybe a phone, maybe do something on my phone or on a PlayStation. I think that's probably where I'm at right about now. I don't think I could do much on my PC because again, it's a potato. I'm other than my CPU, which was upgraded 2 years ago, I think everything else is still the original from when I was streaming before. I mean, it's not bad. It's still holding up. I'm still rocking 1080 Ti. I'm getting by. Just doesn't mean I'm going to be pumping out the newest games on PC. That's all. Oh yeah, still rocking that 1080 Ti, buddy. It's going strong. One day it might make its way to the Smithsonian Institute here down in DC because it's holding it together. I just kind of try to make do with what I have. Exactly. And that's what I've been doing. To be honest, the setup that I'm sitting in right now, this setup, my wife doesn't use this setup, but she does have a laptop she uses for her work, and she uses my monitors, which of course you guys can't see from here. But she uses my 3-monitor layout for her work. And most days during the week, that's why I can't be in my office. That's why I say I have to kind of like time things because I need her out of the house. I need my boy in school. I need everything to just kind of fall together so I could do like a podcast of something. I could just do anything. I don't know. It would take some time and some commitment, but you know, it would be infrequent, to say the least. Yeah, it's a great card and it's been holding together. The 3900 has been a great processor. I had to update my BIOS on my motherboard a few times, as a matter of fact. It's becoming a little bit more stable now. It says it's still supported, but I don't know. I think the drivers, or I think the something's still off. Anyway, if you want the full specs, it should be down below in the stream description. You can go in there and check it out. Should all the details in there for that if you want to see. I'm pretty sure I did put the 3900 because it was the 1800 before. The CPU should be updated, but I think all the links, if I could pull that up really quick. What do we got? Yeah, okay, it should be good. I just have a single monitor connected to my laptop. Hey, it works. Sometimes that's all you really need. One monitor just gets you by. I have 3 because when I was doing YouTube before, it was an investment, and that's how I got my 3 monitors set up. One monitor for my what I need to do, whether it's gaming or a docket. Another monitor for streaming stuff. Another monitor for YouTube. And let me just check the stream health real quick. See, that's weird because YouTube never updated it. So that tells me it's probably a YouTube server that's screwed up before. I don't know. It's YouTube. They still do some funny things. Lord only knows. All right. Let me go back and check to see if I had anything else on there. I don't think I had anything else really to cover. Recently, I've had to move my laptop off my desk, kept overheating. Yeah, that happens. As a matter of fact, sadly enough, I actually have not an iMac, but I do have a laptop. Monitors aren't that expensive right now. That's the amazing part. I know I was looking into that recently, and you're right. I do have to do some upgrading at some point because I do have 2 monitors that are paired and another monitor. I have 2 Acers. No, excuse me. I stand corrected. I have 2 Asus monitors, same model, and an Acer. And before I wanted to remove the Acer, but this was 5-6 years ago. So at this point, if I did, I would probably just try to get them all at one shot and just replace everything one go. Simple enough. Yeah, they're dirt cheap. I mean, I could probably find something similar to this Asus and get all 3, have a perfect setup, dirt cheap. But, you know, right now, kind of in the middle of something, so that might be plans for the new year. All right. Don't see anything else at this time. And it sounds like I've got some little feet coming my way again. So I'm not going to throw you guys into another break. I think I'll just call it right here. Balance that GPUs being expensive. God, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I was hoping GPUs would come down. Well, that was a bit of disappointment. Yeah, you are 100% correct on that. But I'll be in touch again. I'll try to make some more community posts. I'll try to make some short vids in the meantime to get the thing out. I'll probably at some point break this up into some clips to appease the YouTube gods into doing more shorts. That's the one thing they wanted me to do, was more shorts as well, which is kind of weird for their requirements. I mean, I was never really much of a shorts channel, though I probably should have done shorts. It might have helped the channel all along. Yeah, I'm probably going to be ending in a few more minutes, only because I'm going to be needed again, and I'm not going to throw you guys into another break. To keep doing the breaks would be kind of annoying, and, you know, it's just one of those things. I will try to do something again next week if I get the time. I guess. Hey, you made it back in time at least. I'll try to throw something out there again. Like I said, keep an eye on community tabs. I may, like I said, I may do a short or something. This will be broken down into some kind of shorts, I guess. I just got to find the time for everything. That is the key phrase, finding the time. But at least, you know, I'm glad you guys are still here. It's a pleasure seeing all of you. I hope you all are doing well. And, you know, it's been amazing. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate interacting with you guys and getting back into the conversation again. It's been fun. Were shorts really a thing back when you were still active? Toward the tail end, and I do mean really the tail end, when I was trying to get back into content creating, is when shorts picked up. So at that time, the content was really petered out. I probably could have made some shorts of the older content. It might have bumped it up a little. I don't think it would have saved the channel. It probably just would have prolonged it a little bit more. Yeah, you see how fast time flies. It does. But yeah, shorts are a big thing now. So when you want to get your channel into their partner program again, you really have to just, you got to grind so hard now. Not that YouTube's hard to grind at to begin with. There's a lot of other things I could tell you that takes a lot more time to grind. All right, guys, I'm going to go upstairs and save the house before it burns down because somebody is getting feisty. It's been a pleasure seeing you all again. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week into your weekend, and may I see you again next week. All the link to my socials should be down in the video description or the stream description. I try to keep all that stuff there as well. It was chill. It was good seeing you guys again. Take care, y'all. See you next time. Peace.
Hey there, thanks for hanging out. You brought the fun, you brought the spark. Turn this quiet room into a park. No script, just a chill routine. But you made magic on the screen. The clock's ticking, but we're still grinning. That's a win in my book, no quitting. See you when I see you, that's the plan. Till then I'll do the best I can. Tomorrow might be a week, but this little vibe is all I'll keep. So don't you worry, just keep it light. We had a moment, it felt just right. Life moves fast, no need to stress. Got work